best known as DMX, was a Grammy-nominated rapper. His distinctive and raspy voice propelled him to the top of music charts through the late 90s and early 2000s. He was a leader of the popular group The Rough Riders, known for their affinity of motorcycles, music, and dogs. DMX was the first and
It's my
only
reaction
rapper
to
have his
DMX.
first 5 albums consecutively debut at #1 on Billboard. But his successful music career was riddled with arrests and drug abuse, stemming from what he says was a childhood of abuse.
So growing up, he had a drug abuse,
Born in Mount Vernon, New York,
and that's
in
pretty crazy.
1970,
And he was born
DMX and
in
his family moved
New
to
York.
Yonkers for more affordable housing
And I'm from
when he was a
Boston.
child. Trouble started
East Side,
early.
we already know.
He spent much of his youth in and out of group homes and juvenile.
So he was in and out of group homes when he was young, and so he was in, also he was in and out of jail. That's crazy.
According to
He was a
him,
little kid.
his first run-in with the law and detention came at just 7 years old. Among his nights in a juvenile detention center as a teen, DMX wrote he found a way to escape his troubled reality: music.
So he used music to get out of trouble.
In 1998, when the music
That's crazy.
world was still reeling from the death of two hip-hop
That's not
greats,
crazy.
Tupac and Biggie,
That's good because he's getting out of trouble.
blazed the scene,
Staying out of trouble.
taking the reins
So he uses
as a
music.
hit-making MC. His first record, Get At Me Dog, was certified gold. His first album debuted at #1 on the Billboard Albums charts, selling 250,000 records in its first
$250,000?
year.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That's how you know you're
While his
popping.
acting and music earned him fame, DMX kept it real with fans about what his life was really like. A Christian, he often prayed before and during
Didn't know he was
performances,
Christian.
in interviews, and on Instagram Live. He was vocal about his rough upbringing in his music and in interviews. In a 2020 interview on People's Party with Talib Kweli, he broke down as he recounted his introduction to drugs at 14.
So at 14, he was to drugs?
I was no longer focused on the money.
Well, the first time he hit a blunt, it was laced. That's crazy.
Why would you do that to a child?
Never giving up hope,
Why would you do that to a child? Why?
He sat down with GQ magazine in 2019, where he opened up about overcoming the abuse he suffered as a child. He entered into rehab, even sat down with Iyanla Vanzant.
Do you have a drug problem now?
I will always have a drug problem.
He will always have a drug problem. That's crazy.
Just because you stop getting high doesn't mean that you don't have a problem. Because it's a constant fight every day.
But the controversial interview left DMX storming off set in a rage after being confronted about his drug abuse. While his story was troubled, he remained a man of faith, never giving up his quest to become better.